Jylla Meghalaya kadai ka Lamkhmat haka Jingbiang Bording Lyngba ka Sngi haki jaka ajing sumar na padeng ki weide ki Jylla ka than shatei lam mingi kabadon hadu sauspa prapo kendai teli ki jaka ajing sumar ki bayo Bording Lyngba ka Sngi lane kata ka solar energy kane ka jinglam khmat jong ka Jylla Meghalaya kala pau perthai haka jingalang Energy for Health Summit Northeastern Region Chapter 24 kaba la penlong deka Selco Foundation haka arpo pra bat arpo khandai terek jo benai rempang haka dong ba Guwahati kabala wan banishim benta deki officer na katanat joka kwat kekhia jong baro pra teli ki Jylla ka than shatei lam mingi haka ni ka jingalang ya ka Jylla Meghalaya la Lamkhmat deka kong iba monlang nongbri kabade ka State Program Manager jong ka National Health Mission ka Sorkar Jylla haka jinga don lang ki wei de ki officer bat ki doktor jong katnat ka kwet ka khia na ka Jylla kabala a jing kran ru haka rensan ye kran bat ka Rachita Misra Associate Director ka Selco Foundation rengkat bat ki wei de ki nong yalam jong ki company ba pau khmat tang hakari henrei wat haka perthai ru kumban syukudau ka Jingbiang jo ka Bording haki jaka ajing sumar ka de ka wei na ki benta ki ba kongsan kabala ban penlong ye ki jaka ajing sumar bakin yo ban ai ya ka jing syakri ka ba paka syaki pat ba la ka de haki jaka sor ne nong kendong ru kumju ka Selco Foundation rengkat bat ka jing snok tilang jong ki Sorkar Jylla ka than shatei lam mingi kala la ban penbiang ye ka Bording Lyngba ka Sngi solar power hadu khatsan spa teli ki jaka ajing sumar ki ba kentop Sauspa prapo kendai teli ha Jylla Meghalaya, sauspa nriu po nyau teli ha ka Jylla Assam, laispa arpo nriu ha ka Jylla Mizoram, shispa nriu po nyau teli ha ka jaka Manipur, bat kumba san po tam ki jaka ajing sumar ha ka Jylla Nagaland.
Started with COVID-19 that we were looking out for partners because many of the people had the challenge of coming to the health facilities because it was critical because of COVID-19 and we were not able to provide the services also. That's how it all started, that we were looking for a partner, and we've been very fortunate to have established that relationship with Selco from the year 2020 onwards in the month of June. So we have started the solarization. That's one aspect in which we have solarized more than 360 sub-centers and 50 PHCs in our state, and we look forward to complete the entire 600 health facilities by 2024, perhaps maybe in the month of December. That is the first phase in which we have taken on that challenge despite a state like Meghalaya, which has approximately 36 lakhs population, with a village of more than 7,000 villages, all scattered around the beautiful hillocks that we have, and also we have more than 1,200 villages which are difficult and hard to reach. So these are the realities that we all have to face. Having said that, the solarization now we are doing it in all it's still it's under progress. With that, from the year 2020 till now 24, we have had a number of challenges when it comes to maintenance of the equipments that we have in these health facilities. We've had time and time discussions with the team, and also with my colleagues, and also with the district who are also here with me today. They are the ones actually who are actually running it. I sit in the state, so it's like I just have review meetings with them just to understand how is it going. So actually, they are the ones who are actually doing the work. The ENMs, the mid-level healthcare providers, and also the chowkidar who is posted at the sub-centers. So what we have done in our state is we have completed this 3 years. So it was difficult to get the spare parts, considering that we are in Shillong, in Meghalaya. So many of the spare parts we had to get in touch with them, and they identify a local supplier for us. So it takes time. Even then, in spite of all that, we are able to somehow continue this training and capacity building, which we have done for all our frontline workers, that is the ENMs again and LHP, because they are the ones who are there in the health facilities day in and day out. They are the ones who actually, are the key people who can maintain those equipments. It's not us at the state, who sit. They are the ones who actually requires that support. So we as a state, we have, done whatever we can. But I still know that they still have a challenge. But what is there to do work if you don't have challenge? That's where the best ideas comes from. That's where all innovations come from. Yeah. Thanks.
So what we intend to do with this summit is that, over the next 2 days, sort of take you through the various stories, look at the, based on our understanding in the last, 1 year plus of having done this. In fact, much more, though the program was formally inaugurated in April 2023, I think we've been doing health centers now for almost 5-6 years, powering health centers, though the numbers were small. We would be taking you through our learnings, understanding from you what is that, we could have done better, and, having these discussions. And I encourage each of you to bring in both your brains as well as your mouths into it, because I'm looking forward to a very active participation from the group here. Please give us more ideas, tell us how we can improve, use these sessions so that, we can improve our programs and work better. The next 2 days is, like, I was looking at the agenda that was there as part of the kit that we were provided, and we will be looking at various, this thing, starting from impacts from the energy for health program to strategies on how do we, manage operations and maintenance for the equipment that we are putting in the field, because equipment that does not work is as good as equipment non-existent. We will also be discussing state strategies with individual states, and also looking at innovations in energy efficient medical technologies and in the northeastern region, and leveraging of financial resources. How do we bring in more funds that is required to make this happen? So I look forward to a really exciting session. We also have, a very good, exciting set of speakers. Some of them unfortunately are not here physically, but we have Mr. Jetani, who is the Senior Director and Scientist at the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India. And we have Dr. Akash Srivastav, who is the lead National Program for Climate Change and Human Health at the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And what I can promise you, a very exciting evening. I just met a wonderful gentleman here, and I'm having spoken to him and having heard about him for such a long time, I also can promise you that you're going to have an excellent session from Padma Shri Dr. Ravi Kannan, who is the director of the...
By the time treatment is over, it is more than a year, and then for the fatigue and the side effects to settle, by the time the individual comes back to productive life, it is easily a year and a half gone. In cases of some childhood cancers, it is more than 2 years. And the outcomes are often uncertain, especially when people come with advanced disease. Often people will not survive, and before they die, they go through a lot of problems, lot of suffering, which can be mitigated if we have good quality care available. But all that is not possible long distance. Even if you have to travel 3-4 hours for accessing cancer care, that is a recipe for disaster, because people will default. They will defer treatment and face the consequences of it. The lay people knew this. Cancer incidence in the region is high because, in my opinion, because of lifestyle. There may be other causes also, but we know for a fact that in the northeast, consumption of tobacco is very high, areca nut very high, alcohol, and there are certain dietary practices. So whole lot of lifestyle practices that result in the higher incidence of cancer in the northeast when compared to many other parts of the country. But the good thing about the northeast is we have a limited population. The entire northeast put together is a population of about 5 crores. And even if the incidence is higher, in absolute numbers, we only see about 50-60,000 new cancers every year, as opposed to 14 lakhs or 15 lakh new cancers in the whole of the country. We account for a very small percentage of cancers in the country. And